Hello, dear students. Welcome to Online Editor, where you can expand your dreams because we provide you tutorial videos on education on different topics. So again, I will welcome to my dear viewers and students. Uh, all the students, those who are seeing my videos regularly, they might be knowing that just before this video, I have published an activity series from chapter 1 from the new English book for standard 7th. This video is also based on that activity series only, because the next activity series is based on grammar part. It is based on adjectives. So this video will be a tutorial video for adjectives. This is a grammar portion, but I would like to give you the basic of the adjectives only based on the activity. So after this video, I would also give you some exercise based on this video and adjectives. Very small exercise you will have, just 2 or 3 blanks or 2 or 3 multiple choice questions. After that you will be able to know adjectives very well. You might have studied in your grammar lessons. So refer once again the grammar book so that you can get the clear meaning regarding the adjectives. So let's start the basics of adjective based on the activity series in English 1. So again, welcome to Online Editor, where you can expand your dreams because we provide you videos on education on different topics. So today's topic is adjectives. So before we start knowing adjectives, let us define the adjective. What actually an adjective is? An adjective describes and modifies nouns and pronoun in a sentence. So dear students, an adjective is a word. It can also be a clause which will describe you, or it will modify noun or sometimes pronoun also. So all the describing words or the clauses are known as adjectives. So dear students, adjectives usually precede the noun or pronoun they modify. They will always come just before the noun. So you can easily identify which word is the adjective. Adjectives do not have to agree in number or gender, whether the noun with the noun they describe. Adjective answer the questions in these way. They will also answer the question of what kind, how many, or which ones. So dear students, adjectives, they will be placed just before the noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Not always, but maximum they will be placed just before the noun or the pronoun. Also, they do not agree with the number or the gender. So same adjectives will be used for singular or the plurals, or for the male or female, masculine gender or the feminine gender. So this need not to have to do anything with the adjectives. So if you ask a question what kind, an adjective will give you the answer of what kind. If you will ask a question how many, again the adjective will give you the answer for how many. Or if you ask a question on which one, the adjective will give you the answer of the question which one in a particular sentence. So let's take an example. The first example is Tina bought a new car. Here the word new is describing of what kind of car Tina bought. So it is answering what kind. So the answer will be new. So Tina bought a new car. Here the word new is describing the car. Car is a noun. So it is preceded by the word new. So here word new will be the adjective. It is describing what the car is, what kind of car it is. Is it a new car? Is it a old car? Is it a long car, SUV car, or a family car, etc. We will not go in detail for this. Second sentence, Shraddha baked 10 large cake for the school bake sale. Here this 10 word which is bold here is telling about how many cake was baked by Shraddha. So we will get the answer 10 cakes. If you ask how many, you will get the answer 10. So this word 10 is adjective here. It is describing how many cakes were baked for the school bake sale. So if you will ask question what kind, how many, which one, the word which is answering you these questions, they are known as adjectives. Let's take one more example. Binu climbed that tree in the backyard. So here backyard is specifying this particular tree which was climbed by Binu. So here backyard will be the adjective. Okay, here that could also be adjective, but it will be a different type of adjective. We will learn regarding that in the next slide. But here backyard will be the adjective. It is specifying that particular tree which was climbed by Binu. Let's take one more example. There is a large park near my house. So park, which is a very large, this word large is describing the type of park which is located near my house. So what kind of park it is? It is a large park. It is not a small park, it is a large park. Next sentence, a rose is a beautiful flower. So what kind of flower is rose? It is a beautiful flower. So here two words, large and beautiful, are describing the kind of a house, kind of a park and kind of a flower. So these words are adjectives. So whenever in a sentence you frame a question representing what kind, how many, or which one, the word which are giving you the answer based on that will be the adjective. So dear students, now it is easy to find which word is an adjective. Very good. Okay, so the adjectives are not very hard to find out. They are very easy syllabus in the grammar. They are included in the part of speech. If you want to make a separate video on part of speech, on your demand I will make that also. So if you want a particular separate video for parts of speech, you have to comment me in the comment section of this video, so that I can be able to make that video. I will be motivated based on your comments. If you will comment only, then only I will make the videos regarding different topics, so that I will also know what are the needs of my students. So based on those needs I will make separate videos on different topics. So dear students, I think now adjective are almost clear. Let's take a different slide. Here we will learn about the type of adjective. We will just know what are the types of adjective. We will not go in the detail, because all the details are been given in the grammar book. If I teach you the types of adjective by giving definition and example, this will become a grammar class. So dear students, I don't want to make this as a grammar class. We will be with the English, so I don't want to make it a grammar class. Let's get in touch with the English. These adjectives will help you to solve the next activities of the first chapter. That's why I'm giving you just a basic knowledge. You should know what are the type of adjective. First of all, descriptive adjective, which will describe the noun or a pronoun. Quantitative adjectives, these will describe the quantity of a noun or a pronoun. Proper adjectives, same as the proper noun. Demonstrative adjective, the words like this, that, these and those, they will be included in the demonstrative adjectives. Possessive adjective are those which shows you the belonging of a particular thing with someone. Interrogative adjective are those adjectives which are used for asking questions. And indefinite adjectives are not defined, means they are not definite. They will be in a clause form, or a particular definition will not be able to define this indefinite adjective. It will be a infinity type of adjective. So these are the type of adjective. Just remember, there are 7 different types of adjective. If you want to know some basics regarding this, how they are, the definitions, you can refer your grammar book for now. And if you want, I will make a separate video on a detailed video on adjectives, but you have to comment me regarding that. So when the same quality of two nouns is compared, many times we see that two different nouns are given in a same sentence. So how can we say that a particular noun is comparable to whether it is a bigger or smaller, of a high value or low value? So you should know how it is compared. So adjective will be very helpful here. When the same quality of two nouns is compared, adjective change their form in order to give degree of comparison. So here adjectives will change. They will be changed in their form to show the comparison between two things. When when the adjectives are not changing, they will be in the positive form. There are totally 3 different degrees of the comparison. First one is positive degree. Here the word will not change, the adjective will not change their original form. Comparative degrees are used to compare when you are comparing two different things. If you are comparing, you will use the comparative degree, and if you are comparing a thing from its group or more than one thing, you will use the superlative degrees. So whenever you are seeing for the positive degree, no comparison is made in the positive degree. The comparative degree is used to show a comparison between one thing and another, while the superlative degree is used to show comparison between one thing and several others. Let's take an example just to make it clear. So suppose we take example of two brothers. The first one is named as Ram and second one is named as Shyam, and let's compare their ages. So if Ram is bigger in age than the second brother Shyam, we will write that Ram is elder than Shyam. So whenever we are comparing two person, two things, two objects, or any comparison between two materials, we use the comparative degree. So here Ram is elder than Shyam. The word elder is the comparative form of the positive word uh, big, means Ram is bigger in age. So we will write that Ram is elder than Shyam. So here the comparison is made within Ram and Shyam. And if there are four brothers or five brothers, just for example we'll take, and if Ram is the bigger brother from all the five brothers, we will say that Ram is the eldest brother among the five brothers. So here eldest will be used as the superlative form. So elder was used in the comparative form and eldest was used in the superlative form. So here the adjectives are changing based upon the comparison in their different forms, the comparison form and the superlative form. Now take a note of 3 points. Wherever you want to transform the positive degree, no inflection is required. Means whenever you want to form a positive degree of an adjective, you don't need to change anything as required. And if you want to form the comparative degree, we add er to the end of the given adjective. So adding er will change a positive adjective in a comparative degree, and if you are adding est, it will change into the superlative form. Dear students, let me make it clear that addition of er to form comparative degree and addition of est to form superlative degree is not possible with the every word. This is possible only with the word which are having one syllable. For syllables, if it is not clear, I would like to give you a different lecture on the syllable. What are the syllable? Let me make it clear here only, will not go in differently. All those words which cannot be broken into two different sections are having one single syllable. So those words like old, we'll take the example of old. Old cannot be broken, means we cannot say the o and eld, we cannot break this word old. So this word old is having only one single syllable. So adding er to this word old and er will give you the comparative form older, and if you are adding est, oldest, this is giving you the superlative form. So all these words which are of only one single syllable can be added er to form the comparative form, and est can be added to these words to form the superlative form. And other words which are not having only one single syllable, for example beautiful, this word is formed by two different syllables. The first is beauty and second one is full. So the words which can be broken into two syllable, three syllable, like I gave you the example of beautiful. Beautiful is composed of two different words, beauty and full. And intelligent, this word intelligent is composed of three words, in, tell and agent. So this word intelligent is having three different syllable. So all those words which has more than one syllable doesn't require er to form comparative form, or does not require est to form the superlative form. So how can we compare these words whenever they are required for comparison and superlative form. So we have different thing. If you want to compare by using the word beautiful, you will use more in the comparative form and most in the superlative form. So beautiful will become more beautiful in the comparative form and it will become most beautiful in the superlative form. So in this way you can change the comparative form and the superlative form. So it is clear? Okay. So let's go to the next slide. So adjectives are used to modify a noun. Sometimes when we use more than one adjectives in a single sentence, we have to use one uh, way of ordering it, that is known as order of adjective. When more than one adjective is used to modify a noun, it is important to consider the order in which the adjectives appear. To keep confusion at bay, we use the following order. So order of adjective also is a very good topic to read on or to follow. Okay, here I am giving you just the basic of order of adjectives, because if you are going in the detail, this video lecture will become lengthy also, and also it will become a grammar class. So just take the basics, and if you want me to make the detailed video regarding this, here you will have to comment in the comment box, because this cannot be done in a short period of time. So let's do the order of adjective. Whenever in a single sentence you are given to orderize the adjectives, first of all you will use the determiners. Determiners are included in articles, demonstratives, possessives, and the amounts. The words I have used here, by this you can know in which order you will form the sentence. I have given you example also at the end. So whenever you are ordering, first of all you have to order the size, then the shape, then age, then color, then nationality, and in the end you will use religion, and finally you will use the material. So in this way you will have to orderize the given adjectives. So all these words like describing size means big, huge, little, tiny, and shapes mean long, short, round, square. If you are describing age, you will use the word young, old, modern, ancient. For describing color, different colors can be used, for example blue, green, red, and white. For describing nationality, we can use different words like Indian, Pakistani, Chinese, Italian, French, Japanese, etc. For describing the architectural style or the religion, we use Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, Greeks, Gothic, Catholics, etc. For describing materials, we use plastic, silver, gold, cardboard, stone, etc. Aluminium is there, magnesium is there, sodium is there, lot of materials are there. So whenever you are using adjectives in a single sentence, you must follow this order. So example, a large wooden house, this is proper. If you are using that a wooden large house, it will not be proper. Or if you are using a wooden house very large, this is also not proper. You have to order it properly, like articles must come first, then the size, and then at last the material. In the second example, these old brown cardboard boxes. So if you are writing this as these brown old cardboard boxes, the sentence seems quite right, you can understand the meaning also, but it is not the proper form of writing, because it should be written that you have to use old first, then brown, then card boxes. Means demonstratives must be used prior to age, then color, and then finally you will have to write the materials. Okay, so two more examples are there. I would request you to read it, and if you are finding any difficulties, you can comment me in the comment box. I will give you a detailed video lecture based on these adjectives if you will demand, because we are dealing with the English subject and we are not dealing with the grammar at present. But if you want, I will make a detailed video on this particular topic also. And so this is your homework. Here 6 sentences are given to you, and you have to pick the adjectives in this sentence, and you have to also tell which type of adjective it is. In the previous slide I gave you demonstrative adjective, possessive adjective, descriptive adjective. So among all these 7 types, it will be based on any one type. So if you are able to answer these 6 sentences, I will be coming to know that you have understood the adjectives very nicely. So the next slide, one more homework is there for you. Only three blanks are there. Already the options are given to you, but the choosing of proper answer will make it clear for you and me also, if you have understood the adjectives very well or not. So take the screenshot of these questions based on your homework and answer it, and after that you have to send me. I know you might be uh, worried or you might be confused how to send the homeworks, so just take the screenshot of this particular slide which is on at present. After that you have to fill it, means you have to go in the pro version, and using the text editor you can write the answers here, or just put underline on any one of the three words. I will understand. The same screenshot you send me on my WhatsApp number. You might be knowing my WhatsApp number. If you are not knowing it, I have given you in the previous videos. You can see those videos and find my numbers. Okay, dear students, one more slide is there. Here you have to complete the sentences using one of the word in the box. So here also options are given to you. 4 blanks are there. I want you to choose the proper word. Those words which are given in the option are quite similar to each other, but the best word which can be used, you have to choose it. So again you have to fill the blanks and hand it over to me. Again you have to take the screenshot, then you have to fill the blanks or underline the best option and send those screenshot as a homework submission on my WhatsApp number. It is 97272722226. Quite easy na? It's very easy to remember. So dear students, if you are seriously learning in this pandemic period of corona, please submit your homework so that we can also feel motivated that our students are really putting their energies and their learning. So it gives us motivation to prepare the detailed videos of different topics. So dear students, if the video is becoming lengthy, so don't worry, go through it, just see and hear all the various parts, so that if you are skipping and seeing, means you will lack the complete knowledge. You will not get complete knowledge if you are skipping and seeing and just seeing the 5 to 10%, and if you are ignoring it, it will not give you all the benefits. So dear students, I will request you to look and hear, means view all full length videos, so that you can get the clear meaning regarding these topics which we are making. We are putting our energies in order to run the classes as same as it is running in the class, the regular classes which we used to meet with each other. So those were different days as compared to these days. We are not able to meet each other, so we are not able to clear our doubts which you are having or which we are having regarding you. New lessons, new classes, let us see. We will imagine that it will be running like a normal class as soon as possible. So again, before closing this video, I will request you to stay at home, stay safe, and don't come out of the houses unless it is very necessary. So dear students, thank you for giving your time and go through these videos. Adjective, also go through your grammar books, try to answer this, and next video will be based on the adjective, which is the next activity series in our English book. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye.